Okay, Year 11, I'm just going to go through some of the questions from exercise 604. Someone's asked about them. So here we go. I'm going to start with question 16. They only asked to do the last couple. So here I have an equation which is x to the 4, a polynomial, plus x cubed, plus 7x squared, plus 14x, minus 1 equals 0. So I'm just going to let the roots be alpha, beta, gamma, and delta. And it tells me that the sum of two of the roots is 4. So I'll just let those two roots, alpha plus beta, equal 4. Now I also know that the sum of the roots one at a time. So alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta equals minus b on a. So that's the coefficient of that, which is 1 over that. And it's minus b. So it's minus 1 on 1. So, but I also know alpha plus beta, the sum of two of the roots, is 4. So I can put 4 plus gamma plus delta equals minus 1. Take that 4 over the other side, and gamma plus delta equals minus 5. So the sum of the other two roots is minus 5. So that's question 16. Question 17. Find the roots. Well, x cubed minus 3x squared plus 0x plus 4 equals 0. Now, let the roots be. Well, they say that one of the roots, or two of the roots, are equal. So I'm going to let the roots be alpha, alpha, and beta. So the sum of the roots one at a time, alpha plus beta, is minus b on a. So minus 3 on 1. So that's just 3 on 1. The sum of the roots two at a time. Hold on, I'll tidy that up. 2 alpha plus beta equals 3. Two at a time. So I get alpha times alpha. I get alpha times beta. And I get the other alpha times beta. And if I sum them two at a time, I get c on a. And c is the one that's in front of the x. So 0 on who cares? 0, unless it's 0 on 0. So I get alpha squared plus 2 alpha beta equals 0. Now I don't need the third one, but I'm going to get it anyway. Sum of the roots 3 at a time. So alpha beta equals minus d on a. So that's minus 4 on 1, which is minus 4. So alpha squared beta equals minus 4. So now I've got these three equations, and I've just got to find alpha and beta. So I'm going to use substitution. I'm going to rewrite the first equation, and I'm going to write beta equals 3 minus 2 alpha. And now I'm going to put that in there. So I'm going to substitute that in there. I'm going to get alpha squared plus 2 alpha times 3 minus 2 alpha. And that equals 0. Well, alpha squared plus 2 alpha times 3, that's 6 alpha. 2 times 2 is 4 minus 4, alpha squared equals 0. Now I'm going to get a quadratic equation here. So alpha squared minus 4 alpha is minus 3 alpha squared plus 6 alpha. No, that's a terrible. Equals 0. I factorise out minus 3 alpha and I get alpha minus 2 equals 0. Therefore, alpha equals 0 or alpha equals 2. Now, here's where you need to be a bit smart. Can I have a 0 root? Now remember what a root is. It means that x minus alpha, x, these minus alpha, and x minus beta equals 0 is a solution to this equation. Now, if I were to expand that out, and if alpha equals 0, my constant is going to be 0 times beta, whatever that is. And 0 times 0 times, it means it's going to be 0. But it's not. It cannot be, because I've got a 4 as my constant. So alpha cannot equal 0. It will not work. It's not a solution. So let's just go with this. If alpha equals 2, remember, beta equals 3 minus 2 times alpha. 2 times 2, 3 minus 4, negative 1. So therefore, the roots are 2, 2, and negative 1. And when you think about that, 2 times negative 1 will give me that 4. Should be negative 4. Why haven't I got negative 4? Should be negative 4. I wonder why that is. 2 times 2 times negative 1. It matches with the solutions, but no, because, see, it's going to be x minus 2, x minus 2, and x plus 1, and that's going to be negative 2 times negative 2, which is positive 4, times 1, which is positive 4, which is exactly right. Righto, let's have a go at another one. So let's do 18. I'll just clear a little space here. Okay. Solve this equation. We'll solve a cubic. You could guess. So 18. Now guess your factors. You know that the numbers have to multiply out to 1, so you'd be going 1. So I'm assuming 1 will be one of the roots, maybe. Or they could be fractional. So let's see. So I've got 12x, because 12x cubed minus 4x squared minus 3x minus 1. Well, what hint do they give us? The sum of two of the roots equals 0. So let's let the roots be alpha, beta, and gamma. And let's say that alpha plus beta, it doesn't matter which ones you use, equals 0. Okay, well, let's write our two equations. Alpha plus beta plus gamma equals minus b on a. Well, that's minus 4 on 12, which equals a third. Alpha plus beta plus gamma equals, but alpha and beta, they equal 0. So therefore, gamma equals a third. So there's your first one. Well, let's use the other bit of the equation. Sum of the roots 2 at a time. Alpha beta plus alpha gamma plus beta gamma equals minus, so we go minus b on a, c on a. So that's minus 3 on 12, which is a quarter. Now, the other equation that we have is alpha, beta, gamma equals C. So we go minus b on a, c on a, minus d on a, and that's minus 1 on 12. So alpha, beta, gamma equals a 12th. Now, let's go back here. If the roots add up to 0, I can rewrite this equation and I can get alpha, I can subtract that beta equals minus beta. So now I already know one root. I'm just going to use this one and I'm going to sub minus beta in for alpha. So minus beta times beta times, but what was gamma? 1 on 3. 1 on 3 equals 1 on 12. So that's minus beta squared. So is that minus a 12th? Have I got the right equation here? Is it minus 1 or plus 1? That's plus 1. So that's going to be, let's get rid of that, because otherwise it would have been square root in a negative. So it's minus a 12th minus a 12th. So I'm going to get minus beta squared times a third equals minus a 12th. Well, let's multiply that 3 over. So minus beta squared equals minus 3 on 12. Minus beta squared equals minus a quarter. The negatives will cancel, so b squared equals a quarter. So b equals the square root of a quarter, plus or minus. The square root of 1 is 1, the square root of, plus or minus a half. Now, so my roots are, I'll make it a bit bigger. So, these are beta equals, if beta equals a half, well then alpha equals negative a half and gamma equals a third. If beta equals negative a half, well then alpha will equal negative a half, which is positive a half, and gamma doesn't change. It's still a third. So it didn't matter which one we put. These two just interchange. If beta equals a half, alpha equals negative a half. If alpha equals a half, beta equals negative a half, and the other root is a third. Righto, 19. This looks like it's going to be a hard one. Righto. What have I got? 6x, so this is 19. 6x to the 4, so it's a quartic, plus 5x cubed, minus 24x squared, minus 15x, plus 18 equals 0. All right, what do they tell us? The sum of two roots is 0. Sum of two roots is 0. So I'm going to let the roots be alpha, beta, gamma, and delta. And alpha plus beta is going to equal 0. That's my only condition. So let's write, and we get 4 equations here. Alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta equals minus b on a. So that's minus 5 on 6. Alpha beta plus alpha gamma plus alpha delta plus beta gamma plus beta delta plus gamma delta. So they're the roots 2 at a time. Make sure you get them all. Are going to be So we went minus B on A, so C on A. And C is minus 24, so it's 24 on 6, which is going to be, I'm not going to write that all out again, so minus 24 on 6 is minus 4. And the last one, the next one is, so this is hard, alpha, beta, gamma plus alpha, beta, delta plus beta, gamma, delta plus alpha, beta, gamma, alpha, beta, gamma, beta, gamma. That's it. I'm pretty sure. They're the only way I can do those three things: alpha, beta, gamma, alpha, beta, delta, alpha, beta, beta, gamma, delta. And that equals, so I started with minus B on A, C on A, minus D on A, which is minus 15 on 6. So 15 on 6. I don't think I'm going to need to use that one. And finally, alpha, beta, gamma, delta. So I went minus B on A, C on A, minus D on A, and E on A, which is 18 on 6, which is 3. Right. So, alphabet again. Have I got the right one? So, I know that that is equal to 0. So, gamma plus delta equals minus 5 on 6. So, therefore, I can write alpha minus delta, or I can write alpha in terms of delta wherever I need to, and I can substitute it. So, and I also know from this one, the same way I did again, that if they're equal, that alpha equals minus beta, or beta equals minus alpha. So I'll do it that way this time because I'm following the work solutions and I want to find so that you can see that. So beta equals minus alpha. Just take that alpha over the other side. So what I'm going to do, I think I've left one out here. Alpha, beta, gamma, alpha, beta, delta. Oh, I forgot alpha, gamma, delta. So let's put that one in. Alpha, gamma, delta. And then I've got beta, gamma, delta. And that was 15 on 6. Right. So here are my two substitutions. I know that beta equals minus alpha, and then I can substitute gamma in. So let's grab that triple one here. So I get alpha times minus alpha times gamma plus alpha times minus alpha times delta plus alpha times gamma times delta plus minus alpha, alpha, oh no, it's minus alpha. Let me make these. Minus alpha times gamma times delta equals 15 on 6. So here I get minus alpha squared gamma. My gammas are turned into big V's now, I've got to be careful. Plus, that still looks like a big V, minus alpha squared delta plus alpha gamma delta minus alpha gamma delta equals 15 on 6. And these two things are going to cancel each other out. So now I've got minus alpha squared gamma minus alpha squared delta equals 15 on 6. Now, I also know, let's take the minus alpha squared out, and I get gamma plus delta equals 15 on 6. But look over here. I know gamma plus delta is equal to minus 5 on 6. So I get minus alpha squared times minus 5 on 6 equals 15 on 6, which gives me alpha squared times 5 on 6 equals 15 on 6. So if I multiply the 6 across, that'll cancel out the 5. So I get alpha squared equals, I'll just show you, 6 on 5 times 15 on 6. The 6's cancel, 5 goes into that 3 times. So you get alpha squared equals 3. So alpha equals plus or minus root 3. So now, let's go back here. Or don't you go back to the beginning? Where's it going to take me? Yes. Where's it taking me? 606 it took me. Oh, come on. If they're talking 602, come on, get out of there. Right, so here we go, back to where we were. So, what I get? Alpha equals plus or minus root 3, which means beta is a negative of that. Well, that's just plus or minus root 3. Now, if I use, and I can, now I've got these two, I can substitute them into, which one will I substitute them into? Where's my alpha, beta, gamma? We can get alpha, gamma. We're going to have to do them. What is alpha squared? All right, yes. So minus alpha squared times I'm just looking at the work solution. I'm trying to work out where they put one of these from. All right. So I'm going to need to use this one. I'm going to need to use this middle one. So alpha, beta. So let's just take alpha as being positive root 3 and beta being negative root 3. So I get root 3. So I'm using this one times negative root 3 plus root 3 times gamma plus root 3 times delta minus root 3 times gamma plus beta, which is minus root 3 delta, which gives me, then plus gamma delta, which is gamma delta equals minus 4. So that's going to give me 3 minus 3 plus root 3 gamma plus root 3 delta minus root 3 gamma minus root 3 delta plus gamma delta equals minus 4. Now, plus root 3 gamma minus root 3 gamma plus root 3 delta minus root 3 delta. So I get minus 3 plus gamma delta equals minus 4. But over here, I know that I can rewrite gamma in terms of delta because I can go, well, gamma equals minus 5 on 6 minus delta. So here I'll just go minus 3 plus minus 5 on 6 minus delta equals minus 4. I'm going to take that minus 3 over the other side. So I get minus 5 on 6 minus, and there's a delta there. So minus 5 on 6 delta minus delta squared equals, if I bring that 3 over, it's going to be plus minus 1. Let's take everything over the other side, and I get delta squared plus 5 on 6 delta minus 1 equals 0. Multiply everything by 6. 6 delta squared plus 5 delta minus 1 equals 0. So now I've got a quadratic, and I've got to solve it. If that's going to be minus 6 because I've got to multiply everything by 6. What multiplies out to 36? Negative and adds up to 5. 6 and 6, 9 and 4. 9 and 4. So 6 delta squared plus 9 delta minus 4 delta minus 6 equals 0. Therefore, 3 delta squared delta plus 3 minus, 2 delta plus 3. Take the minus 2 out of that, and I'll get 2 delta plus 3 equals 0, which gives me 2 delta plus 3. And that's not a squared, that's just 3 delta. 3 delta minus 2 equals 0. That means delta equals minus 3 on 2, or delta equals 2 on 3. And what you'll find is that when you put them in, so remember, we've got alpha equals plus or minus root 3. Depending on which one it is, beta will be plus or minus root 3. And depending, gamma will be, because look up here, minus 5 on 6 minus that. So, and what you'll find is, or we'll do it, so gamma equals minus 5 on 6 minus delta. Gamma equals minus 5 on 6 minus delta. And I'm only going to do it for this. I'll do it for the 2 on 3. So minus 5 on 6 minus 2 on 3. You watch, it's going to be minus 3 on 2. We just use our calculator. It makes it just so much easier. So what do we got? Minus 5 on 6. And we're minusing 2/3. Let's try it again. Get out of that. Minus 5 on 6 minus 2/3 minus 3 on 2. So the roots are it depends which way. So the roots are going to be plus or minus root 3, 2/3, or minus 3 on 2. Whichever one, so here's where you've got to be smart. Whichever one you choose for alpha, so if you choose plus root 3 for alpha, beta will be minus root 3. If you choose minus root 3 for alpha, beta will be plus root 3. If you choose minus 3 on 2 for gamma, delta will be 2 on 3. If you choose 2 on 3 for gamma, delta will be minus 3 on 2. So the three roots are those. Look, that's about it. It is complicated. You have to really plug away at it. Good luck.